In a world that seems to have gone completely crazy, even many Christians lose hope, and that is very real and not to be minimized. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to walking by faith versus walking by sight. And I will close with an experience that I have made or had myself in younger years. Before I was a pastor, I was trained as an airline pilot. And you begin by flying in a plane only by good weather and in calm weather where you can see everything. But then comes the time when you have to learn to fly in darkness, in the clouds, when you don't see the ground, when you don't see the sun. And the hardest thing is not learning how to navigate. The hardest thing is the number one rule for instrument flying. Don't trust your bottom. Don't trust your feelings. Trust the instruments. Because there are studies that if you don't have any sight outside and you don't use your instruments, within 8 seconds, you don't know where up and down is anymore. So it is absolutely crucial to learn not to trust your sensory experience, your feelings. And I found that to be a wonderful example to distinguish between walking by sight and walking by faith. We're in darkness. One hardship after the other might hit us. And if we trust our feelings, we can easily get discouraged. But if we trust the instrument of the Word of God, the promises of God, which are written, they are not feelings. The Bible is not a drug that we inject into our system to feel better. The Bible is objective truth that should subjectively work out in our lives. So sometimes we are so disturbed by circumstances that we don't know what hit us anymore, and then we have to trust the written word even more. And this is what David is doing. The circumstances look terrible. It looks like absolutely hopeless. And yet in Jehovah he will put his trust.